But just a little smudgy. Looking at these numbers right now, 56 degrees in the city. It's 45 in Allentown, 49 in Exton, and 48 in Millville. So in some of these suburbs, might want a little bit of a hoodie. Everywhere else, you're in the 50s, pretty mild for this time of year. Again, you see that flow out of the south. That's allowing some warmer air to move in. So yesterday, we had record-breaking highs. Not quite that warm, but still well above average today. Satellite and radar showing we'll see a couple clouds mixing with the sunshine, and that's it. So at 8 a.m., a pretty comfortable start, partly cloudy skies and 55. At lunchtime, head outdoors, 74 degrees, warm already. At 4 o'clock, the high is 80 degrees, where typically you'd be in the mid-60s. At 8 o'clock, clear skies and 69. Matt, it gets cooler tomorrow, but we've got one more day in the 80s today.
I'm not going to need any of the heavy winter stuff, at least not right now.
Yeah, no, it feels good out there. We saw Catherine in a little bit of a light jacket out there this morning. In some of the suburbs, you definitely want to grab that jacket where you're in the 40s. We're in the 50s in the city itself today. But grabbing that cup of coffee out there, we've got a gorgeous day ahead with sunshine and some patchy clouds. It's another warm one as well. So we're starting off at 8 a.m. It's 55. By 10 o'clock, it's 65. At 11 o'clock, it's 70 degrees. We see sunshine, some patchy clouds around. It's our third straight day into the 80s. 80 for your high today in the city, so not quite as warm as yesterday, but still well above average. Yesterday, we were about 20 degrees above average. Tomorrow, what a change. We go from 80 to 66. Okay, you missed fall. It's coming back, guys. Thursday, cool breeze, 66. Friday, sunny and seasonable, a high of 66 degrees. Winds are going to be another feature. Not just today where it turns breezy, but tomorrow with that gusty breeze. I'll talk more about that in that 7-day forecast in just a minute, Matt and Tam.
All right.
Sure is, all right? We've had a taste of summer in October, but we got a reality check, Tam, coming our way. So today we're reaching 80 degrees for your high, yet another summer-like day. But what a change by tomorrow. Tomorrow, 66. Much cooler and breezy. So kind of a dramatic change overnight. As we look at the winds that'll be picking up. So today the flow is out of the south ahead of that cold front. It does turn a little breezy, maybe 17 to 20 mile an hour gusts at time. But tomorrow we've got that wind out of the north behind that front. It's a chilly wind. That's the big change, drawing in cooler air and even windier, where we're seeing gusts over 20 miles an hour at times. That, combined with our dry conditions, is why we have enhanced fire risk. So across the region today, it's an elevated fire danger because of the relatively low humidity, the increasingly breezy conditions, the drought conditions we have. You got to be careful with matches, cigarettes, and machinery. We already have burn restrictions in place for Delaware and New Jersey, where we have a severe drought developing there. But tomorrow, this may be bumped up to a red flag warning because it gets even windier out there. So it's something we're going to have to watch. Now, satellite and radar showing the front that's going to make this big change in our weather. That's well out to the west. So right now we have clear skies, couple patchy clouds rolling through. If you're heading golfing today, it's going to be a little breezier than it was yesterday afternoon. So you want to note for that, but it's going to be a warm one. Yesterday was maybe too warm for some folks. Even today, 80 degrees. Yesterday's high was 84. At 9 a.m. it's 60. At 11 it's 70. At 1 o'clock 77. At 3 o'clock sitting at 80 degrees. Even at 5 o'clock this evening, it's 78. It's already dark by 7, but you're holding at 72 degrees. So the front comes through tonight and into tomorrow. Maybe if you're northwest of the city, you get a little bit of a sprinkle. Looks like, unfortunately, we stay dry in the city. But then tomorrow we get high pressure moving in. That's that cool, gusty breeze out of the north, and we watch those temperatures really drop. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. One more day in the 80s. We've got it today, even in the overnight hours. Stays pretty comfortable with lows in the 50s. Tomorrow we have that cool, chilly breeze. It is much cooler, 66 for your high. And then overnight Thursday into Friday, you're only into the low to mid 40s. So by Friday, it's a cool start, but it's a sunny, seasonable afternoon and 66. Saturday, we've got another front coming through. So ahead of it, we reach about 70 degrees. There's a slight chance for a sprinkle in a couple of spots, but it's not looking too good. It looks like we likely stay dry. Behind that front on Sunday, a fall feel and 60. Monday, a chilly start, 62 degrees. Tuesday, turning milder and 68. It does look like it turns milder still for your Halloween forecast coming up next week on Thursday, Matt.
But we'll enjoy this day, October 23rd, and our summer fling goes on.
And when Aliana gets here, we will be the Big Five.
Yes.
We can't wait. Is today one of those AC days or heat days?
AC days.
AC,
I put it on
okay.
just for a few minutes to cool down my bedroom before I went to bed.
Had it on last
I was
night.
like, Jesus, well into the 70s
Yeah.
with my room out there. Good morning, everybody. So we're not breaking records today like we did yesterday, but it's unusually warm. Temperature's a good 15 degrees above average. It's a nice, comfortable start. The time of bus stop pickups is about 55 degrees. You are in the 40s in some of the suburbs, maybe a little bit of a hoodie needed, but you won't need it this afternoon. It's more of a shorts and t-shirts kind of day. 80 degrees, our third day in the 80s, likely our last day in the 80s for a bit. Loads of sunshine out there today as well. A few patchy clouds. We're seeing a few roll through this morning, but no big deal. Winds are pretty calm right now, but it does turn breezy today. In the Lehigh Valley, bright, turning breezy, 78 degrees. One more day in the 80s with sunshine and some clouds in the city itself. You'll notice a few more clouds mixing with the sun along the shoreline, and the high there about 71. So yesterday 84, today 80 degrees, feeling like summer, Matt.
I always say I love the 80s, so we'll enjoy it today. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, everybody. Don't love this.
Hey, Karen, dry tomorrow, dry forever.
Yeah, I mean, no, but it does really feel that way, Matt. We've got one little sprinkle chance well north of the city tonight. One little sprinkle chance, but looking even less of a chance, maybe 5% of a chance on Saturday. I mean, this isn't much of anything. No real rain on the way here. That's what we need, is a good soaking rain out there. Let's look at the numbers right now this morning. Temperature-wise, we're looking at plenty of sunshine with a few mixing clouds here or there. At 8 a.m. it's 55. Heading to that coffee shop this morning at 9 o'clock at 60. At 10 it's 65. At 11 o'clock it's 70 degrees. So it's another warm day. Already into the 70s by lunchtime. The afternoon high is 80 degrees, where typically you'd be just in the mid 60s. So 80 degrees, kind of our last 80-degree day for a little while. A cool breeze coming on Thursday, 66. Friday, sunny and seasonable, 66. So if you've been thinking, I don't want the summer stuff, don't worry. Thursday and Friday, we've got a couple really cool days for you. Even cooler still in the 7-day forecast. We'll talk about when you really feel that fall chill. We may have a freeze again in a while with these overnight numbers. That's coming up in just a minute, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. Love to put on a show.
It's beautiful. Even in my backyard, I've noticed, which is funny because we're mostly in the moderate range right now. We're not really high as far as fall foliage, but I'm loving it out there with all the different colors. Of course, those leaves are quickly falling off. A lot of them not as vibrant as they could be with the dry conditions. It's been unusually warm, too. Here's what you need to know today. One more day of 80-degree weather, our third day in the row. It's not quite as warm as yesterday when we had a record-breaking 84, but still around 80 degrees for your high today. So it's certainly on the warm side. Turns much cooler for you tomorrow. Look at these numbers. We go from 80 degrees today, tomorrow, windy and chilly, 66 for your high. So typically tomorrow the high is 64. It's not that it's below average, but it's a dramatic change from going to the 80s to 66. We hold it about 66 on Friday as well. I think especially with tomorrow's wind, you're really going to notice that change. The reason for the big change is this, guy. It's a cold front out to our north and west. As you look at this front, you see the cloud cover out here near Chicago. Not much rain, right? It comes through kind of moisture starved. We need the rain. Much of the Northeast really needs the rain, and it looks like we have a slight chance for a sprinkle north and west. That's about it. That's later tonight. So as you're walking the dog out there today and you're heading out this morning, some of the suburbs in the 40s, but for the most part we're in the mid 50s in the city. So maybe you want a hoodie if you're in the suburbs, but otherwise you're okay. 55 with a mix of sunshine, and we do have a few clouds around. At 10 o'clock it's 65. We jump up pretty quickly. At lunchtime it's 74. At 2 o'clock 79. My dogs were panting a little bit on my long walk yesterday when we were well into the 80s, but still today a high around 80, so it's going to be a warm one. At 6 o'clock it's 75. By 8 o'clock at night we're down to 69 degrees. So highs all across the region, hitting near that 80-degree mark, about 80 in the city, maybe 81 in Trenton and Pemberton. Now, some of these suburbs were well into the 80s and the mid-80s yesterday, but 81 for your high today in Reading, 78 in Allentown, 79 in Millville, just the low 70s along the shore points today with that southerly component to the wind today. So the winds out of the south today. Tomorrow they switch out of the north, and you get that gusty breeze. High pressure moves in, so we're nice and sunny sunny out there, but we've got that gusty breeze with that cooler air from Canada kind of draining into the region. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Still, as you look at this 7-day, no rain. I mean, we've got a slight chance for a sprinkle a couple times, and that's it. So today, one more day in the 80s, 80 degrees. Maybe tonight in the Lehigh Valley, you get a little drop of drizzle, but I think everywhere probably stays dry. Tomorrow, a cool breeze and 66. Friday, sunny and seasonable, 66. Saturday, sunshine and clouds. Yesterday, it had looked like we got a shot for a shower. Today, it's really not looking that way. I mean, maybe one or two people get a sprinkle in the morning. That's about it. 70. By Sunday, the fall feel. Look at these numbers. 60 for your high. Many areas just staying in the 50s. Overnight low, you're in the 30s through the suburbs Monday morning. So that chilly start, sunny and 62. Tuesday turning milder and 68 degrees. Pellman still likes to trick or treat. I know we were talking about trick or treating. So by Thursday next week, it does look like we warm up, Matt.
Or I can just stay on my couch and the next morning you'll bring me a whole bunch of
I do,
is true.
because I got to get it out of my house. Yeah,
Eating bonbons.
And there's no calories in the fun side.
yeah,
right?
that's right.
That is how I think I'm going to do it. Good morning, everybody. So Matt